Manassa, aka Only One Manassa, or some of you know me as Nurse Nas, and welcome back to my YouTube channel where you have everything nursing related, makeup related, lifestyle related. It is your one-stop shop. In this video, it's going to be nursing related, and I know NCLEX season is coming up, guys, and I'm going to show you how I passed the NCLEX using just one program. I know that professors recommend a lot of textbooks for you to go through or a lot of programs for you to go into, but for me, I wanted it to be able to have my own autonomy, to be able to practice myself at home. So I used this one program, and the program that I used is UWorld. UWorld, guys. And first of all, disclaimer, not even disclaimer, because this ain't no paid post. No one is paying me to tell you guys to use UWorld, but this is the program that I use, and I don't want to be a gatekeeper. I want to show you guys how I navigated the program to be able to pass the NCLEX within 75 questions. And for someone who literally took such a break from school, especially with nursing, you know, you could cram for things and then forget things. UWorld made it so possible for me to like relearn everything, not even relearn everything, just refresh my memory of everything, learn new things. Actually, it was just amazing. So this video is also going to be a voiceover, and I'm going to show you how I formulated the exams that you can take on UWorld and everything like that. And let me tell you guys, it is such a great investment. Again, guys, this is unsponsored. They didn't pay me to tell you this. They didn't write me no check, guys, but UWorld is what made writing the NCLEX for me so easy. So I just wanted to share that with you all. And if you're feeling flustered, like, oh my gosh, how am I going to get this done? I got you. I'm going to show you how. Okay, so let me stop talking about it and let's get to the video of how I navigated the site to pass my NCLEX in 75 questions. So we are in UWorld right now, and this is how it looks like. I'm obviously not gonna buy this for this purposes. I love you guys, but let's do the demo. And I will show you how I use it. I always do it in tutor mode because they have great rationale. They teach you things. And I guess they have the traditional questions here in the next generation. So the thing I love about UWorld is that as the NCLEX changes, the actual exam, so does UWorld. It upgrades as well, and it always mimics the style of the NCLEX. So don't worry, you know, this video will never be outdated because UWorld always stays on point, and they always make sure that they are keeping up with what the NCLEX exam is like. So I really like that. But anyway, so this is what I would do. I would choose a test. I guess you could click both. Your categories here: unused, incorrect, marked all. Right now we haven't used anything, let's say, because when you're starting fresh you haven't used anything, so all the unused. For your subjects, I always like to stick to one subject at a time. So let's say maternal and newborn health, I'm going to stick to that. So my suggestion for you guys is, in navigating UWorld, try to stick to each subject at a time. Do not mix the subjects, because when you're actually going through the tests and rationales, it's better when you stick to the subject because you can learn as you go. And as you learn, each question that pops up, you will be able to kind of answer it because you've had questions relating to it. So it kind of stays in the same subject, right? And then same with systems. I like to stick with the same system. So over here for maternal and newborn health, they have antepartum here, as you can see. They also have labor and delivery, newborn, and postpartum. So, you know, I'm a labor and delivery nurse, so let's stick to that. So again, I always stick to the same subject. I don't mix the subjects and I don't mix the systems. I like to keep them all together. So over here they have 54 questions, but I also recommend that you make each test 75 questions just to get the hang of it. So if there is an instance where, let's say, there isn't 75 questions, so labor and delivery does have only 54, I will add this antepartum, I guess, to it, so that when I do make the test, it will generate 75 questions when I write it here. I want to keep it at 75 questions because you need the minimum of 75 questions to pass the NCLEX. So I wanted to get used to taking tests with 75 questions from the get-go. So the key thing is to stick with the same subjects so they're all in relation to one another. So let's generate this test. Demo version restricted to a test of 31 questions only in tutor mode, however paid, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we get it. But we ain't going to do 31 questions. So this is how it looks. And guys, when I tell you UWorld and the NCLEX, it is the same. Like when I was writing the NCLEX, I felt like I was studying. So it asks you the question: nurse is caring for a client with, oh my gosh, C. diff. Which of the following infection control measures by the nurse are appropriate? Lord, are you guys making me write this? Don't worry if you don't get it right, because they do explain rationale. So let's go through this. Apply sterile gloves. You don't need to apply sterile. because it's a clean, you know? Why do we need to do sterile? Ensure surgical masks are worn, I guess, is droplet contact. Request that the client be assigned to a single room. Yes, so it doesn't spread. Use alcohol-based sanitizer for hand hygiene. No. For C. diff, I believe you have to actually wash your hands with soap and water. And wear single-use disposable. Let's just do these 3. I guess number 2 wasn't right. So it actually shows you the rationale and the explanation. That's what I love about this. So it tells you about organisms and how there's MRSA, blah, 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 like all these things. It tells you about C. diff, how it's a highly contagious bacteria, and what you would have to do for that client. So it has to be a single client room, which I got right. Single-use disposable gown, and performing hygiene using soap and water. You see, I got that right. You know, we don't use no alcohol-based sanitizer. You gotta use soap and water to get that C. diff off. But yeah, so it tells you why you got it wrong too. Like, it tells you why each answer would be a right answer and why it's a wrong answer. So you're learning as you go. They give you at the end educational objective that C. diff is highly infectious bacteria requiring contact isolation precautions, including a single client room assignment if available. You know, you could read it here. This is what I'm reading right here, the educational objective here. But this is what I love about this. Let's go to the next question. There we go. This is, oh no, it's cardiac. I thought this was a baby's heart rate for a second. But it just shows you as you go. Which cardiac rhythm is a priority for intervention by the nurse? So which one is the worst? Let's say this one, looking like tombstones. Or yeah, let's say this and submit. Oh shoot, the other one was worse. But it tells you, like, for me, if I got it wrong, I wouldn't really care. Guys, again, this is a refresher for me. Don't laugh at me, but this is literally how I was when I was like restudying it, like relearning it. You're just going through the test, you're learning about it, and that's why it's good to stick with each subject. As you can see, we went from like med-surg subjects to now cardiac. So like now you're kind of jumping all over the place. But if you stick to the same subjects, then you can learn as you take the test, and then as you're going to each question, you're able to answer them better because you've had questions like them prior and they stick to the same subject. But over here, you see how we're moving to now cardiac, and now it's just like you're kind of losing that momentum of like everything med surg. Now you're going to cardiac. It might be like overwhelming in that way. So I highly recommend to stick to the same subject when making and forming your exams and tests on UWorld. Making each exam 75 questions, because remember, that's the minimum to pass the NCLEX. So, you know, keep it that way so that you get used to that, and it just makes it easier to learn as you go. And yeah, you just keep going. And over here it tells you all about ventricular fibrillation and all that. And if you stuck to cardiac, you know, the next one will show you another strip and another strip. So that's why, again, stick to the same subjects. Okay, I'm done with doing this. I'm done doing this. Okay, let's end this. Let's end this right now. Thank you so much for sticking around to the ending of this video, and I hope it was very informative, guys. I wish you all the best of luck when studying for your NCLEX and writing your NCLEX. Do not worry, do not be stressed. You will be able to pass, and if you don't pass the first time, you will be able to have another chance to write your test again. So do not worry. I know it seems so stressful and everything like that, but you can do this. You will be a registered nurse. Another thing, this NCLEX and everything like that, it's not a reflection on the nurse you will be. So even if you do not get the NCLEX in the first try, don't worry. It doesn't mean that you're not a good nurse or you don't know anything. A lot of the things in nursing school, a lot of the test taking things, even a lot of the knowledge and things that they gave us only apply to certain departments that you work at. Some of the stuff you will never ever use again. So that is not a reflection of the nurse that you will be. This is just a licensing portion, and it's annoying that we gotta do it, but you gotta do it. You got this. Let me know what other videos you would like from me. You got this. You're gonna pass your NCLEX with flying colors. You got this. You got this. But thank you so much for watching my video. Make sure you follow all my social medias. I have Instagram, I have TikTok. Those literally are honestly the two that I'm really active on. I do mini vlogs and things like that on there. You'll love it. You're a day in the life of a labor and delivery nurse. Thank you so much again for watching my videos, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.